think that that's going to get the ladies, or the men. If that's
okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Who has wow. This is a whole show, evidently. Evidently, this is another show. But what? That's not the same thing.
No, but what I'm saying is, see, with this particular, this naked attraction dating show, if you're naked, you can't hide nothing.
Exactly. Okay. No, okay. Now I'm starting to put together what you're saying. Okay,
right.
Gotcha.
So there's you can't try and stuff no socks down there. You can't do that because you naked as the day you were born. So everyone's going to see everything. I must say this, which made me die, because when I was looking at some of the reviews and what people were saying, obviously a lot of people were disgusted and saying, this is porn, and why are you showing us on TV? And blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we understand that. Obviously, there's going to be people who always are not happy with certain things. That's, and it is in their right to complain about it. But one woman was like, okay, I'm just curious to know, she said, how did they keep them from getting excited in the studio? And I just died. But apparently, the room was freezing.
I was about to make that point.
Freezing, so that the person was just like, listen, it's not going to happen because it's just too cold.
Absolutely, positively, no one.
No one. It's too cold in there. But then some of the guys were saying, it looks really small. It's not that small, really, but it's just so cold in there, making excuses, blah, blah, blah. Carlos, you have got to see the pictures in the post because, oh, my God. Some people are crazy already. They have crazy tattoos around their business, and also you're just like, whoa. There's one guy on there. He had an elephant's ears tattoo around his eyes. I was just like, you people are crazy. And
well, who are the producers that find the people for this show? Because they've got to be, we're not talking about 50 people probably tried out. They probably had hundreds of people, and they had to choose from those people. So who are these producers that are doing this?
Well, it was the producers for the program, isn't it? For where is it? E4 and whoever commissioned it. They they got producers in, and they were the ones who were whittling down the contestants and saying, okay, we're going to have you, and we're going to have you, and let's get your kit off. You have to be able to stand at a moment's notice in the naked. Let me be straight. Naked. Okay, are you happy to get your kit off? And if they say yes, and they say, you sure? Get your kit off now. That was part of the audition. I bet you have to come on, get naked. So they were like, okay, and they did it. So
well, that's what I mean. You got, as a producer, it's not, probably not a small amount of people. It's like for American Idol or X Factor or whatever. You won't have that many people, I'm sure, auditioning, but you'd have a good number of people.
Yeah. But the thing that made me laugh is that I'm thinking, how many people out there seriously thought that maybe doing this type of show would be a springboard to something else? I'm like, you are. But hey, you never know. About one of the guys on there, he was an amputee, and he got picked. The lady picked him, and apparently, they're still friends. As of the last time I saw in the news, they were still friends. But he said they couldn't go really serious because they live so far away, kind of thing. But they were happy to spend time with each other when they were picked. She picked him. She was the lady, and she picked him.
Well, what was amputated? An arm, leg? What was it?
His leg. I think it was either above the knee or below the knee. I can't remember now. But yeah, she picked him. She sort of was whittling it down, kind of thing, and then she picked him in the end, sort of thing. So, and I think the other guys were probably thinking, well, it just goes to show it's not because I have, just because he's an amputee doesn't mean that he wouldn't get picked, because she really liked him. She must have found him attractive. So because everybody's, they say that people are so conscious of their body parts anyway. So if you have a limb missing, for example, they would think, why would you go and do that? But he's quite confident. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
And he's like, he didn't care. And he said he's used to walking around, he's used to being naked. He's no big deal to him, kind of thing. But for someone else, that might be a really big deal. And actually, some people have been trolled and bullied online when they've taken part. Apparently a lady said that she got bullied online for taking part in the show, and people were being really nasty to her and calling her names and everything. And I'm just thinking, wow, see, this is the thing you've got to be prepared for, especially when you do a show like that. I mean, it's bad enough if you went on Blind Date, people used to just rib you mercilessly, you know, especially over here. They just give you so much grief. Oh my God, why would you go on TV and do a dating show? But these days, you know, with the internet and everything, you know, online dating and everything, it's the norm, isn't it? That's how people tend to meet each other now. Because if you're so busy that you haven't got time to go out and meet someone, you literally just do it online, and then you can be more selective and really specify what you're looking for. And then, you know, it makes, you know, the companies and you know, computer algorithms or even will make the matches for you, and then you just arrange to meet people and do it that way. But if you want to go on a dating show, like I said, it's a dating show with a twist, right?
It's a twist, all right.
I was just like, damn! Because some of the things that you see, you'll be like, okay, hold on a second. Why would Chaos? I just want to know. Out there, please tell me at Ask Avani Show, let me know, would you go on a dating show like this? I need to know, people. And not as a joke. Seriously, would you do it? Would you be brave enough to say, yeah, I'm going to take my kit off. I'm going to go out there and let somebody see me in all my glory. Glory me.
Well, and to me, you know, I understand from a concept. I understand from the thought process of you getting to know the true person. So I'm good with all that. As far as just, you know, the reality of get to know the person. But it's a gimmick, first of all, for the show. And I understand that part too. It's a big gimmick for them to start off that way when they may not even make it to that destination if they are doing computer dating or dating from the internet or whatever.
Everybody's seeing their business now.
Right.
Everyone's seeing everything. So whether you got picked or not, you were seen with your Johnson and such hanging out.
But doesn't that tend to make you, as a whoever you are, doesn't that tend to make you a person that might then be able to use these other dating services because so many people saw you?
Well, yeah, but remember, you got to be careful because, listen, that may be the reason that they contact you literally just because they liked the way you look with your kit. It'd be crazy. You still got to be careful whether you got your clothes on or whether you got your clothes off. You still got to be careful who you're meeting on the internet, for example. But I don't think those people really cared about that. I think they were looking for attention as a springboard for the most part to something else. Because you don't just go on TV and, you know, be naked just because you fancy getting your bits out.
Well, but there are some people that are exhibitionists and like that, and that is the ultimate exhibitionist world.
Yeah, but remember that's been recorded, right? It's out in the ether forevermore. You're not gonna hide that.
Well, but let me ask you this: do you think that more people are accepting of that as a thing to do? Because you remember, there are people that will text pictures of themselves, nude pictures, and all this kind of stuff. Do you think that because we have entered into this existence of the internet and cell phone selfies and all this other stuff, do you think people are not as, no, I don't want to say appalled, but they're not as put off by people doing that more publicly?
Yeah, for the most part, I would definitely say that, you know, society is more open to stuff and trying things. And obviously, like you say, there are people who love to send photos, and sometimes, like I say, they send it to complete strangers. They just want to take pictures of their bit. Well, that's a whole new show, okay, Rose? Because I told you about people wanting to send me stuff. Anyway, let me just say.
Well, wait, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but we are having that show because I need to understand that too.
Well, I don't understand it. I can't tell you. Listen, I ain't a psychologist. I don't know why people do the crazy stuff they do, right? But I just have to tell you that I have been on the receiving end, especially even more so recently again, of people sending me some crazy pictures, man. I'm like, damn. Why do they think you want to see that?
And they're open to doing it, and they don't. Is it supposed to be, which is what I guess this general conversation is that we're having, is it supposed to be something where you are attracted by it? Is that the thought process?
Yeah. I think so. I think they want you to see what they got down there because they're thinking, okay, I want to get her attention. And if that don't get my attention, it makes me laugh. I do look at that and feel, oh Lord, here we go.
But couldn't they be faking? Couldn't they, unless it's like a full shot, couldn't they be faking?
They could be faking too, but I ain't really trying to find out if they're faking. I don't really mind. I don't care. I don't really need to get into that. But yes, to answer your question, yes, society is definitely more open. Right. Because people are, constantly sending photos and videos and God knows what else to people. But usually they send that to their significant other. And obviously sometimes they send it to entice someone to become their significant other.
But sometimes that significant other today may not be the significant other next month, and then you've already sent them this information, and depending on how they feel about you, it may be distributed to the universe.
Yeah, but listen, pays you money, takes your choice. That's the price you pay when you do that, and you have to think about it. People, if you really want to send them type of photos, I've got a bit of advice for you. Please, just listen. Don't put your face in it. Okay, if you really just listen, right? If you get the boyfriend or the girlfriend and they just feel to do it, because Kayla, I must tell you, that is actually illegal now. If you start sending out pictures of people, they call it revenge porn. That's illegal now.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see if that's illegal in the States.
It's illegal over here now. They made that a law. You can't do that no more because people started doing that when they break up with their partner and their partner upset them. They start plastering their pictures all over the place and telling the world all these lies about the person just to make, get them into trouble and to get them getting harassed. So that's you can go jail. Okay, just as an aside, people, if you and whoever it is are upset with each other, don't do that because you could get done.
Oh, you go to jail. I'm looking now, and in the United States and Texas, where I am from, there are revenge porn acts, and there's laws that went into effect in 2015.
That's it. So you need to behave yourself with that. Okay, just because you and Sadie ain't friend no more, just don't do that because it's just that's not good. But anyway, getting back to today's show, I have to tell you, right? People are crazy. We already know this. But there's all these different game shows, and I've noticed they're getting more and more raunchy. Have you noticed this? They're getting more and more raunchy, and it's like, I'm thinking, okay, why are they doing that? Is that what they think is going to be classed as quote-unquote entertainment? Do you see what I mean? Because, there's so many. Take Me Out. I think I mentioned that earlier. Singled Out, The Bachelor, Man Oh Man. Link Free, Keros. There's so many. You look at it, and you think to yourself, my God, how come that they it's like it's taken over. Obviously we have reality TV. Everybody seems to want their own reality TV show now. God knows why, because I don't want no camera following me when I'm trying to shower myself. But I just don't get that. The Big Brother phenomenon. It's not really something I like to watch, but there's loads of them. They're everywhere. I know that reality TV's been going for quite a while now, isn't it? But some of the things that people do on telly, man, you just think, wow. Because the thing is, it's almost like they're being egged on to do it. And you just think, so basically you probably wouldn't have done that if you weren't being sort of egged on and told, okay, let me do something outrageous to get people's attention even more, rather than what I probably would have done anyway. And you just think, I don't know, man.
Well, but okay, you can egg someone on to moon someone out the window of a car, okay? Because, I never did it and didn't have friends that did it. Back in the day that if you remember streaking, you could egg someone on to streak and you would be running and all this stuff. But you can't egg someone on to go on a TV show and possibly not even be picked as a contestant, okay?
Right.
Not picked for the date, because like you said, this is out there in the ether forever.
Yeah. That's why, hey, you look out there, think twice, think thrice, okay, think carefully. It's bad enough, okay, if you're doing it and it's all in fun, and okay, if you're going to keep your clothes on, more to the point, then okay, I don't see the harm. But if you know, listen to behave yourself, if you know that you're planning on doing something else, just think, okay? Because remember, now, I have to tell you this, Kairos. I know you're going to be laughing at me. But there was a guy, apparently, right? I was like, what is wrong with you? I don't understand. This guy, link 9, Kairos, just so we clear people. I want to know what people think. Let me know at Ask Avani Show. Link 9, Keros. What do you think? Because I'm curious. Is it bad enough that this person went on the show, but then he actually watched it back with his own mother? Okay, I must stress this. Let me stress.